Hi everyone, I haven't been posting anything for a while because I've been working with this guy over here on a new book, and it's about parallel worlds. We call it hidden worlds this time. But since we are so in tune with what we've experienced in these parallel worlds, I just thought like we have to write something together. It's kind of meant to be. So we've been working on this book together for a year now. And I will introduce Martin because he's very humble, but he's quite a big spiritual celebrity, we could say, here in Czechia. But he's not so well known abroad, so I would like to rectify that. And he mainly focuses on South America and exploring the local megalithic civilizations and these ancient cultures. But he also has really profound experiences with parallel worlds and with traveling beyond this earth into what we call in the book subtle earth or subtle universe, in which we used to have these parallel neighbors and different civilizations of the parallel worlds. And since certain period in time, it closed off.
Yeah.
And we can see this in the landscape of, like, you focus on South America, I focus on the northern European countries, on Ireland, and we see everywhere that there used to be these portals in between these worlds in the landscape, in the countryside. You can see it in nature, but they are deactivated. It's like kind of a doorway that leads somewhere, but you no longer know where it led and what was the purpose of it. But when you look at mythology and legends, it starts to make a little bit sense that there were these parallel civilizations and neighbors that from certain period just closed off, and we are no longer allowed to see them, or perhaps we were really closed intentionally by somebody or by ourselves. That's another thing we are discussing. If it was for protection, because of these different, maybe gentler worlds, or if it's because we decided to live a certain different story that no longer resonates with the other civilizations. But this is a really ancient topic, but nowadays not so discussed. So we are trying to bring back attention to this.
Yes.
And ask why is it forgotten? Why have we forgotten these parallel neighbors of ours? And because they obviously maybe want to stay in contact, but most of humanity is closed off. So it's up to us individuals that are still curious and kind to these parallel beings, because they of course don't want any mean people or evil people going to their world and destroying it just the way that our world is being destroyed. So their gateways are open to those of us that live in harmony with nature and animals and each other and other beings, that we are not so burdened by the negativity of this world. So I think I would maybe ask, because since I met Martin, in Czech we say Martin, so it's weird for me to say Martin, but he's Martin in English. But since we've met, I found it quite incredible that we have similar experiences with this parallel subtle earth and subtle universe. And it's not very common that you meet someone that maybe went to similar places and met similar beings. So we started to compare it. And I'm most curious about what he will tell you now about his maybe beginnings, the beginning touch with this parallel subtle existence.
For example, I experienced that in South America we can find some megalithic sites, some gates, some temples, which are really strangely abandoned or incomplete. So that means that, for example, we are just standing and there are 7 gates and nothing more. So we are speaking about the megalithic site, which I am pretty sure that is connecting with another realm, and for example, the real building continues more and more to another realm. So let's say we see some part, 20, 40, 60% of the real reality of the real temple, or let's say some city or town.
Yeah.
So that's one objective of this. Another one is out of body experience, that we can really meet some beings. We can meet beings from this world, which we cannot see, and we can meet beings from another dimensions, another worlds, which mean that this kind of encounter is much easier. For example, from our part to leave the body, than from their part to come to this real world of density.
And would you be willing to share your experiences, because we discuss in our book a lot of your experiences from maybe early childhood or early youth, when you were visited by these parallel beings, or what might seem like alien or extraterrestrial beings, but it's actually, as they told you, we are all around you.
Yes, this occurred when I was young, and then when I was about 20, let's say, 20, 25 was the peak of this. And I was really working on some internal growth, internal well-being, some practice of meditation and that stuff. So the first encounter was, of course, some lights in the sky, let's say the spaceships, or we saw only the energetical fields around them, and they got closer and closer during the time, and then appeared that they are helping me to get out of my body, to closer them to their dimension. Of course, they can come to this density, but it's not so willing for them, and it's not so willing for the security and that stuff around this, because of many reasons now. Up till certain year it was possible, but now with this all-seeing eyes it's not so possible. So they came to help me, to bring me out of the body experience, and we can meet with another dimension, with my new body. Let's say in between dimension. It's very possible that they can, let's say, copy, for example, this room, make a copy, and make a copy of my body to another vibration, and there we are meeting. So it's just something.
So it's usual for you, or it's something you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's just technical support of this event. And then came people. They looked like people with some differences, but many of them like people. Many of them, they spoke just with a thought, telepathically, but some of them knew really the language. And these beings, of course, they enter all these another dimensions. So for example, they know really well our another dimension of the planet, astral dimensions and that stuff. So they are guides, and let's say they were helping me in some sort to orient me, to get known the world around us. Of course, this was the part. I met some persons, and when I woke up, I didn't know them. But when I was with them, I know them very well. I knew
like
them.
Good friends.
They're like good friends. So that's the different state of consciousness. That they change the vibrational rate, and you are somehow perceiving much more. They feel, for example, their memories and that stuff, that you are ready to feel the friendship and some how to say connection, friendship, that's like we know each other for the years.
Forever, yeah.
Oh, forever. And then when you go back to your body, you woke up, so you felt like, oh, what was this? What was this? And this phenomena is caused by the brain, nothing more. Because the brain is then filtering all the experiences. So how to say to our people, for example, you have some dreams, you are traveling in your dreams. When you woke up in your dreams, it's first step of the astral travel. But if you materialize completely with your complete body in this world, and you are completely consciousness what's happening, like right here on the table, I see the camera, I see you, I remember everything. So that's the point. That's the point we should come to know and to practice and to gain this spot. So for example, these travelers began with these people and then over and over continue, and I knew that another visit was preparing, and of course that all of these travelers were friendly and with the free will.
Well, they need to respect your free will.
Yes, of course,
You
because
have to say yes.
The connection was always activated by my free will, my another self, or let's say subconscious. On subconscious level, you have to say yes. I go for it. That's it, and you go. So that was kind of experiences, let's say, with the beings from another world. But then I get known that these people are operating with another realms, and it's not only about some contact with somebody from out there, but they are also guiding us, for example, in astral field, with this etheric field without problem. They only invite us for one important reason, because we are earthlings. And as earthlings, we have the prime right to enter our proper dimensions of the earth.
So, like you say, we can correct some astral places that are maybe messy with some...
Yeah, we have the prime people with the keys. I mean, the right to heal, to change, to make whatever with higher consciousness in these realms. So we can move to these realms and say that there are so many realms around us, and we feed these realms. So, for example, if somebody is living really harsh, quite bad life, he is feeding these dimensions.
The lower astral, we could
Low
say?
astral dimensions. And the problem is that all the sort of these dimensions, they are feeding us. They are feeding with this energy us. Because sometimes the gates are open, or some interlinks.
Well, they are feeding us with their negativity.
With our negativity,
or
feed it before.
The one we send out is returning back to us. Yes.
And that's how to say never-ending story.
Never-ending story. But it goes the same way if we create nice things, that we create beautiful astral worlds that then can communicate with.
That's the purpose. And when we are living consciously, going or seeking the peace, unity, love of this very beautiful things, we are just feeding the higher dimensions. Many of the beings, let's say guides from Astral, from another realms, ETs, whatever you could imagine as some sort of guide, they are coming to guide us also to these realms, or some of us which are capable of doing it. Almost everybody is capable of doing it. And they are guiding us there to repair the reality, to let's say help to change the vibrational rate of this realm.
Vibration.
To bring the light.
But that I find interesting, that the beings took you there to correct certain things, but they don't do it themselves.
They could do it themselves because they have the right. But the preferred way is for us to do it. They preferred us to do it because we have the keys. So that's the law. How is it called? Law of
free will.
Free will. Nezasahování.
To not interfere. Yes, law that they don't want to interfere. Yes.
But if you are quite capable to do it, they just send some intuition, informations, guiding how to do it. So many people do that kind of thing.
But they are not aware of it, maybe.
They could not be aware of it because there is the thing I mentioned before. It could be that you are a pretty evil being inside. You can travel astral very, very well. But if your brain is not trained to remember and is not capable of processing, let's say, like computer of that experiences, or it is overloaded, the brain is overloaded, and put some, let's say, incorrect ends of this capable perceiving. And of course we opened with Iva. We opened the new terms of looking, how to look at this proper let's say science maybe. And
parallel world science.
Yes, parallel world science, the new science. But let's go back to your brain. For example, I'm out of the body. I'm experiencing some very nice story. I am meeting the people, doing the, for example, doing the how to say, some process which is simulation, like some trial in real life. So you got trial,
like tests
like
of
test,
what's gonna happen in the future, maybe.
First you are trained there. It's excellent field for training. Then you get some trial there, and if you go through, it's quite the same like if you go through the test in this life.
Yes.
But anyway, we are in another vibration and realm, and this brain really doesn't want to remember this. So you have to say to your subconscious level always, I will remember it, I will remember it, I will today go outside, but when I come back, I will remember it, and I wake up.
It's
also
like an affirmation. You set your brain.
Complete affirmation.
That you will
1,000 times affirmation. 1,000 times, because subconscious doesn't want to react immediately. So it will react after. but it will react, and so you will put these sentences: I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna remember everything, and I'm gonna wake up when I'm back. So that's what I'm doing now. And the brain is step by step willing to remember it. And of course that will occur that the experiences you've lived really in this realm will be in some way distort a little bit. It's normal. Distort. So the distortion occur with some really basic let's say rules, how to get used to look at this on the street, in the home, and it. So,
okay.
For example,
yes, you have to reset your brain to this reality
because,
if you've been there.
Yeah, because the reactions of this world and beings are not the same like you got used to it in our world. So that means that you really get upset of something, and the brain is trying to correct it. That's it. Yeah. So don't be alarmed. Don't be lost with this. But that's the nice thing, because you have to train something which is really here physically in your brain. That means that it's not about the capability of your spirit. We have to heighten the capability of the body. And the night, let's say journeys, night trips, were to another realms, which looks completely different, or something is similar like our world, but it was about jump to another realm. This was not always, but often about the visit of this very reality of ours.
This is very important, because there are different ways of traveling. Like, you are experiencing a lot the out of body, while when I go through the inner portal, and you told me it could be the reset, as you called it, like that you go within to the heart. For me, it's usually in the heart, and then I appear somewhere else. So, and you experience the same way, right? So when you go out, you go to this kind of world, and it's different, probably fourth dimensional places. But when you go through this reset, then you go to that parallel world that is hidden.
I cannot say that I know the complex mechanism of that, but usually when I went to another distant realm, it was somehow inside my heart, which was like portal.
Yeah, the heart is the portal.
Heart is the portal. So it's pretty sure that the beings traveling from one spot to another in the universe, they are like, let's say, how to call it, packaging themselves into the heart.
Like you wrap yourself in the heart, and then you
like
go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like inside out,
more
than out. This is out. Like a total reset.
But I cannot say sure it's really this mechanism, but I experience this way.
Yeah, and that's probably when you go to this, what we call in our book, the subtle density earth, which is all these different parallel time spaces or space times, because that's different from the astral. I think that's important to say, because like it's very often confused, especially in spiritual and esoteric literature. It's all put into one pot, but it's actually like different, because in the astral the time is different. It's fluid. It's like you can work with it.
Yes, it's fluid.
But these, we are talking about the parallel space times. So they have their own experience of time and space.
It seems to me that these nearby cultures and worlds around us we could call them the nearest material density, the higher material density.
Actually lower. Because if you are like air, you're lower density. You're not as dense like stone.
Yes, of course,
right?
Of course. When we talk about density, it's lower, but it's higher world from us.
Yes, a higher vibration. Maybe we could say.
So, of course, you feel the time there is different. Of course, you have some also gum-like experience with time, which is like rubber, like gum.
Flexible.
Flexibility. But of course, I had an impression that this is also this world limited with some borders, with some time, but everything is much vital than
much more vital, alive. It's
vibrating.
Actually it's more real than this.
More real.
I would say it feels when you're there. It's like more real. This could be compared to a dream. Compared to that, right? It's like it feels somehow more natural being.
Yes, exactly. So we are experiencing so complete, let's say, topic that I know that you can find in many books that we got 7 densities, 7 dimensions, astral, spiritual, and that mental, and that's different dimensions. I know it. We could somehow use it, but I experienced that there are so many dimensions, that...
You mean the parallel dimensions?
Yes,
not the dimensions like
yes, let's say,
sense.
Yes, parallel dimensions. Let's say that we are up till now looking at the dimensions like here is one, here is another, and from downstairs, upstairs.
We have like this kind of a ladder hierarchy. But what if they are like this?
Yes, that's the
endless.
point. That's the point that I experiences. It's not only about the ladder. I am now in the dimensions. I maybe get to another higher. No, but we have so many in the field around, and I am pretty sure that we are living in a multi-universe.
And it doesn't have to be like we view it like the higher the better, like at school. You are like better person, so you rise up, but it could be actually an endless field of parallel worlds. And maybe it's not higher beings, but different beings.
Different, and anyway, some of the dimensions are so, let's say, blurred, maybe, one into another, blurred.
They are like coalesced, or they're merging
one with another, that you don't feel the exact line of the limit, the exact limit.
That's exactly
and
it.
That our purpose now is to perceive more and more of our proper dimensions, because we are not seeing commonly the spirits of the forest and your beings which you are talking about, and spirit and energy of the wells, of the trees, of the plants, which we are, for example, seeing in shamanic ceremonies in Amazon rainforest. And we are perceiving the informations of each plant. Each plant is talking to you and saying which it could serve, for example, in the field of curing and medicine. So we are not allowed, let's say, perceiving this information and spirit, but with the help of some kind of practice, plants and ceremonies which were practicing our ancestors, And all the civilizations, all the cultures, all the masters of ancient past, they were using any kind of planned ceremony process to get in connection with this realm.
So maybe just let us know in the comments if you're interested, and maybe we could continue with our discussion.
Of course.
So for now, thank you, and I hope you check out our book. It's already out there.
Thank you.